Hello everyone, this is Dundon here, and this is going to be a short, well not really that short, but a video on how to evade the AIM-54. It feels very lacking skill in a lot of players. In this video I'm going to be flying to Viper, but these skills and tactics work again in any aircraft. Let's spawn in. So the basics of AIM-54 evasion is that the AIM-54, it's an impressive missile, no doubt. It has a bunch of range on it, but it does not really have the countermeasures resistance that missiles like the AMRAAM have. Very lacking in the countermeasures department, and thus it is extremely easy to chaff and notch, and that's what you have to exploit. You cannot try running away from Phoenixes unless you are sure you're outside of the minimum abort range. Which for the Phoenixes, well, I'm not going to go into that this video, but yeah, if you're not sure you're outside the abort range, do not try abort. Try and notch it. It's very easy. I'm first going to do a notch versus a Phoenix where I know the Phoenix is incoming. This is versus an AI Tomcat who's programmed to fire at maximum range with, I believe, Mark 60s. I actually didn't check, but it should be Mark 60s, which have the lowest countermeasure resistance along with the AIM-47, but it's not that much lower than the C actually. As far as chaff programming, you really don't need any special chaff programs. You just need to drop a couple chaff while you're in the notch. Again, it's really easy. I will demonstrate it here. Let me get everything set up. So here he is, 50 miles off my nose. I'm going to take a long-range lofted shot at him, because that's what you generally do versus a Tomcat, or even as a first pass tactic in like a lot of scenarios. Take long-range lofted shots. They're surprisingly effective. I just like turning on the lights in the cockpit. I think they look cool. I put my countermeasures in bypass. That's just how I have mine set up. I have special programs. So I'm going to pitch up and shoot now. He is spiking me, so I actually will know exactly when he launches, but it really shouldn't matter. So Fox 3 for 40 miles. Okay, so he's launched at me. I'm going to pretend like nothing happened. After shooting your long-range shot at a Tomcat, you're going to want to enter an aggressive dive. You do not want to stay high. That's just going to make your Phoenix evasion hard. Now, you will be able to tell whether what you have incoming is a Phoenix or not by what it shows on the RWR. AIM-54s show up as a U on the RWR, unlike other active missiles which show up as an M. I don't know why ED hasn't updated the RWR codes, but whatever. Doesn't look like they have any intention of doing it. I'm just cranking, diving. He actually might have had a C Mark 47. Oh yep, see there's the U, there's the Phoenix. To defend that, again, try to put it in the notch while dropping chaff. As you can see, you heard the audio cue, I was dropping chaff and it's already defeated. Return in again now. Still at 37k. Surprised he hasn't taken one of my AMRAAM shots. Oh, there he did. So yeah, if you know the Phoenix is incoming, it's super easy. Just wait till the U appears, brake for the notch while dumping chaff, and then we'll go after that. As you can see, like in there, I was at Mach 1.2. You don't even need to get slow. It just likes chaff. So note, he actually did have Mark 60s on the jet that time. So yeah, but this time I'm gonna do, except without firing. Hopefully he'll fire another one at us because we didn't fire at him, and that might cause him to fire another one, so I can again demonstrate how it's really easy to notch Phoenixes, and that anyone who tells you that they're OP, undefeatable, blah blah blah, they don't know what they're talking about. It's almost laughable how easy it is to defeat it. The main problem with them is not defeating, is not the missile's characteristic itself, but the fact that it's heavily desynced, and that's just a TWCS issue. Because of how long it's flying, the desync error is built up cumulatively over time. And since you have Phoenixes flying around for over a minute, that causes problems. Especially when he uses STT and the magic INS bug is not present. That makes the desync even worse. So So here I'm not going to fire. One thing to note, at high altitude though, you cannot stay hot on a target when he's firing his Phoenixes. Like, you will not have enough time to get into the notch at high altitude. At low altitude, yeah, you can just stay head on and wait till you get the missile warning, and there's the launch warning. Again, at around 50 miles, you'd probably want to start entering a crank, or something around there. So you don't want to be head on when you're inspecting the Phoenix to go active. Because if you are, you're probably going to eat it, because you're not going to be able to get to the notch fast enough. That's really the biggest problem with notching Phoenixes, is getting to the notch fast enough. Once you're there, it's almost 100% guaranteed to defeat it. I'm flying at Mach 1.5. Just to actually 1.57 now, just to show how easy it is to defeat this, even at high speeds. Oh, there's the Phoenix at you. I didn't set my countermeasures preset properly, and just the one shaft that it dropped decoyed it. Recommitting on him. Okay. 17 miles. Let's see if he puts off another Phoenix. He's lost a spike. Yeah, I'm not sure he's going to put out another Phoenix. I think he's going to close to Sparrow range or not. That's a Phoenix. Nope, it's a Sparrow. Yeah, that's going to be easy. It was a Phoenix. Yep, there's the U. And look, Phoenix defeated. No more RWR warning. You can see the Phoenix making the move towards my chaff. It's that simple. I'm going to try and lock him up in dogfight mode. Fox 1, 2 miles. Yeah, I'm just going to intercept him. Or not. Oh, it did. Yeah, pretty nice, the new AMRAMs with the CFD rework. But yeah, it's that simple defeating Tomcats and their Phoenixes. Just get into the notch, drop the chaff, and you will be fine. The biggest problem is when they're desynced. And when they're desynced, sometimes where the missile shows on your RWR is not where the missile actually is from the shooter's POV. And what matters is what the shooter sees, not what you see. So sometimes you have to turn through the notch. Rather than trying to hold the exact notch, just turn through the notch while dropping chaff. Which is why I like having custom countermeasures programs that dump like a bunch of chaff, like this one. It drops chaff over like a 2-second time period, like a 1-second time period, something like that, like 10 of them. Yeah, it's like a 1-second time period, it drops 10 chaff. Yeah, that's pretty much it for this video, just a quick overview of how to notch Phoenixes.